What's going on, y'all? My name is Damien, and on this channel, I basically talk about all things cloud security, DevSecOps, and also offer career advice. And in today's video, what I'm going to be talking to you guys about, or really defining, is a cloud security engineering certification pathway using AWS certifications. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. All right, so getting directly into the certification pathway that's set by AWS. This guide or this pathway was created by the AWS training and certification team. And I honestly think that this is a very well thought out document. I think that the key thing is that you have a pathway for cloud security engineering, but if you wanted to go into various different other kinds of, let's say, avenues within tech or within cloud, they have all of these like pathways listed out. But for this particular video, we're going to focus on cloud security. And I think the key thing is I want y'all to understand, as someone who is a cloud security engineer, a lot of these certs would really help you become a very well-rounded cloud security engineer within AWS or using AWS's technology. Cloud security engineering is very broad in a way. And I think based on what I see here and, my research that I've done and some of the certifications that I've obtained in the past, this one is definitely a catch-all. You know what I mean? You're going to be very well versed in a lot of different things with AWS services and how to best secure your environment using them. So if we read this description on a, or what, if we read the description on what a cloud security engineering, what a cloud security engineer is or what they do, you can see that, cloud security engineer, based on all these certifications that you will get, designs computer security architecture and develop detailed cybersecurity designs using AWS technology. So the key thing that, you're going to be able to do if you get all these certifications is develop, execute, and track performance of security measures to protect information using AWS's technology, right? So let's start by going through the first few certs, starting with the Certified Cloud Practitioner Foundational, this one. So if you already have an IT background, then you don't necessarily have to get this cert. I usually recommend this cert to two people or two types of people. Number one, if you don't have any cloud experience, and number two, if you don't have any IT experience. So if you don't have any IT experience and you don't have any cloud experience, then definitely get the cert. If you're in IT and you have no cloud experience, I still think you should get this cert because it'll better position you to take the next couple of certs, especially at the associate level, but it won't necessarily hurt you if you don't get it, right? It's really optional, or it's really a cert that really gets people who don't have any type of experience in cloud at all, that gets them prepared for the next a couple of certifications. So CCP, if you don't have any cloud experience or you're not in IT, definitely get it and think about getting it. And it's only like $100 and some odd dollars. So it's very, very cheap. And it's probably the easiest cert that I've taken in my entire career. So definitely could help you. So I would say get this certification. Now, moving on to the AI practitioner. So this one is quite new. And I think that if you see yourself working with a lot of generative AI or AI services or systems that leverage AI in AWS, using Bedrock or any of those type of services, and you're trying to secure those, then I definitely think you should get the AI practitioner. You know, the entire industry is moving towards leveraging AI more and more. And as a security professional myself, I'm a cloud security engineer myself, I see it becoming more and more prominent. So definitely get this certification, add that to your backlog if you want to be a cloud security engineer and you are going to end up having some type of exposure to AI and ML systems. All right, so moving on to the SysOps administrator. So this exam, number one, I haven't taken it. And number two, it's actually one of the most difficult associate exams that they have out there. At least that's what I've been told. That's what, rumor has it. That's what its word is on the street. And if I were to tell you to get this certification, then I would say take baby steps first. Start with the solutions architect associate, get that first. and then get this certification, because the solutions architect will kind of, get you very familiar with the architectural best practices, as well as get you familiar with some of the core services and how to best architect things in AWS. And the SysOps administrator is really focused on like the heavy systems operations and how to troubleshoot things effectively within AWS, logging and monitoring, and so many other things. So start with the solutions architecture first, get a feel for it. Once you pass that, then go for the SysOps administrator. So once you get the SysOps administrator, then I would say you will be most likely, or then I would say you will be most prepared to take the security specialty. And if there's any certification out of all the ones that I've mentioned that is vital for your success as a cloud security engineer, it would definitely be this one, as obvious as it probably will end up being, right? So this certification I have, and you really get to understand some of the threat and detection services that AWS has, compliance, all the various different core security services that they have in AWS, including IAM and KMS. You get to really understand and you get to really work with. And I think that this certification alone carries the most weight out of all these certifications within this track in order for you to become a cloud security engineer. So the security specialty is definitely a no-brainer. You must get this certification. The SysOps administrator, I would also say you must get this as well, simply because a lot of the knowledge that you're going to end up learning in the SysOps administrator and the solutions architect, either or, will end up being reflected in this exam. So you'll end up being tested over it a little bit, and it'll definitely help you pass this exam. So definitely security specialty, get it. And some of the other certs that are coming behind it or before it, also get it as well. Alrighty, so once you finish with the security specialty, then there's two areas that they recommend that you deep dive in. One is getting the DevOps Engineer Professional certification, and the other one is getting the Advanced Networking Specialty certification. Now, if you are wanting to be a bit more versed or well versed on a networking side, like networking security side, then the Advanced Networking Specialty is for you. I've heard that this is the hardest specialty certification exam that they have out there. I personally do not have it, so I can't speak to it as far as like what it is that you probably should know. But I do know that those who have been in network security, cloud security engineering roles with a networking specialty or focus have definitely benefited from getting the certification. So I would say if you are going in that direction, get this cert. It'll definitely help prepare you for that. But do understand that it is like very, very difficult. Um, Now, when it comes down to the DevOps engineer professional, that is a certification I have. If you're trying to be on more of the development type focused or like DevSecOps engineering type focus work, but within the cloud, then I totally recommend you get this certification. If there's any certifications that I would recommend you get before it, I would say the developer associate will definitely help you because it focuses on like the core services that developers use, as well as like, all the code commit. I mean, not code commits no longer here. Code build, code deploy, like all of those types of services to help deploy stuff into the environment. DevOps related / CI/CD related services. So with this one, the DevOps engineer really kind of helps you expand that knowledge and you go a bit deeper. So all I'm trying to say is if you go that direction, the DevOps engineer professional is definitely a route for you. And before you get there, it would be wise for you to take the solutions architect and a developer associate. SysOps administrator, I didn't take it, but it could definitely help you when it comes down to logging and troubleshooting and monitoring and all that stuff like that. Operations, and then the security specialty, definitely something you could take as well. But the 3 associate exams will definitely help you get prepared for the DevOps engineer professional effectively. And that wraps up this video, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful at all and it inspired you to get certified to become a cloud security engineer using AWS services, definitely make sure you like, subscribe, and also share with a friend as well. If you are interested in becoming a DevSecOps engineer or cloud security engineer of any kind, definitely make sure you come and join the DevSec Blueprint Discord, which I'm going to put in the description of this video. And give us a star on GitHub by going to the devsecblueprint.com and then, of course, clicking the Octocat in there and starring the repository. And with that, thank you guys again for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Later.